Hello, fellow YouTubers. Welcome to the Power 25. For some reason, the series isn't getting views. I don't know why. Like we're getting like 3-4 views on this series every week, which is kind of disappointing because it's something I enjoy doing. So, but regardless, aside from the point, we got the Power 25. So at number 25, we have the New Day. They've finally broken in. Now, all they did was beat the Colognes, but they're more benefited by the fact that Austin Aries lost. He was at 25 last week. And then after he lost, he didn't even show up on Raw. So, I had to have somebody fill in for him. So that's what happened. Dean Ambrose was number 24. He lost to The Miz, but he had a humorous segment on Raw. So yeah, he dropped one spot, but it's not that big a deal. Sasha Banks moved up and took his spot. They actually flipped spots. She won at Extreme Rules, and then on Raw did nothing. But she won at Extreme Rules, so... 22, we have Dolph Ziggler. He lost to AJ Styles on SmackDown. Yeah, he dropped 2 spots. But at the same point, I mean, he didn't really deserve the win anyway. Just saying. 21, we have Neville. He beat Aries at Extreme Rules and then turned on TJP on SmackDown, on Raw, actually. So that pushed him up a singular spot. Shinsuke Nakamura also got pushed up a singular spot for beating Kevin Owens in the SmackDown Live main event. And then we have Naomi at number 19. She was part of a losing effort, so she dropped the spot. I couldn't keep her in the spot, especially being as, she got juked by friggin' Lana. So, whatever. 18, we have Breezango. They moved down a spot. All they had was a humorous segment backstage, which I'm fine with, but at the same point, a lot of people had to move up. So, it's just what had to happen. Number 17, we have Finn Balor. I know you guys are going to be angry because people like Finn Balor, and that's all fine and good. You can like whoever you want to like. But he was the loser at Extreme Rules. And he wasn't on Raw from what I saw. So he kind of had to drop 2 spots. I mean, granted, he can probably make that ground up. Number 16, we have Cesaro and Sheamus. They won Tag Gold at Extreme Rules and beat Heath Slater and Rhino at on Raw, actually. So they moved up 3 spots, which is a pretty good leap for them. Hopefully, instead of doing what happened before Extreme Rules, where they lost every single week for like 2 months, maybe they'll actually keep winning, and I can, sneak them up to the top 10. Speaking of Tag Team Champions, we have the Usos at number 15. They had a decent promo. Yeah, they slid up a spot. I was kind of on the fence about maybe just giving the spot to Cesaro and Sheamus, but I pushed the Usos up because there's a pretty good promo. Number 14, we got Baron Corbin. He didn't move. He beat up Sami Zayn backstage and Shinsuke Nakamura after his match. I have no gripe with this, but it's not using Baron Corbin properly. So, I mean, he needs something to really go right for him. Number 13, we have Alexa Bliss. She beat Bayley at Extreme Rules to retain her women's title. And she won by DQ against Nia Jax on Raw. While both of those things are fine, there were a lot of people who I thought deserved this higher spots. So she stayed where she was at last week. Number 12, we have the Hardy Boys. They lost at Extreme Rules. Didn't even show up on Raw. So they dropped 3 spots, which is no big deal. The Welcoming Committee stayed in their spot even though they won on SmackDown against Royal Fire and Glow. I mean, I could have probably pushed them up a spot, but there was a lot of competition for the top 10 spots. So, speaking of top 10, number 10, Sami Zayn, not Ty Dillinger. He got beat up, and that's it. So he dropped 2 spots. He was at number 8, now he's at number 10. Miz, number 9, I wanted to push him up further, but I couldn't really justify it. He won the IC title, had a really, really funny segment on Monday Night Raw this week, but couldn't justify pushing him up more than 1 spot. We have Samoa Joe at number 8. He won at Extreme Rules and the Raw main event. I pushed him up 4 spots, but I couldn't justify doing more than that. He still doesn't feel like a big deal. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. If you think Samoa Joe feels like a big deal, then feel free to comment and tell me why you think he feels like a big deal. Because to me, I don't care. But that's just me. So number 7, we have Bray Wyatt. He lost Roman Reigns on Raw. He dropped from number 5 to 7. I'm worried. Like, yeah, I didn't mention it in the Raw review, but it looks like they're starting a Bray Wyatt-Seth Rollins feud. And generally, whenever Bray Wyatt gets in a feud, people get really excited at the beginning, and then they kind of dip down once it starts, because you realize there's never anything there for a feud. Bray Wyatt, honestly, probably one of the most overrated guys on the roster. Just saying. But yeah, number 6 is Seth Rollins, and I imagine he'll be going up soon when he smashes Bray Wyatt in this feud, which is most likely what's going to happen. He moved down 2 spots because he lost to Samoa Joe on Raw, but that's not that big a deal. Randy Orton moved up a spot. he cut a promo on Raw, but literally so many of the people in the top like 7 were moving like they had a bad week that Randy Orton just kind of moved up. It was bad. Number 4 is AJ Styles. He beat Dolph Ziggler on SmackDown. Yeah, he moved up 3 spots. Yeah, he's AJ Styles. If I want to give him number 1, I'm giving him fucking number 1. So I'm at number 4 is fine and dandy. Number 3, we got Kevin Owens. He lost to Shinsuke on SmackDown. Okay, so I want to push him down, but there's nobody to really take that number 3 spot right now. Because Kevin Owens just keeps losing. Like, every week. It's sad. But maybe he'll win at Money in the Bank. He has no momentum going right now. Number 2, we have Jinder Mahal. He beat Mojo Rawley on SmackDown. He actually showed up. I don't know what I would have done if he lost to Mojo or if he didn't show up again. Because there's no way I could justify keeping him at number 2 if he didn't show up. There's no way I could justify pulling Kevin Owens to number 2 after losing. Would I have to push AJ Styles from 7 to number 2 in 1 week? God. But yeah, Jinder Mahal, he's basically just up there because he has the WWE Championship at this point. Then for number 1, we have the Roman Reigns, the big dog himself. He didn't win at Extreme Rules, but he also didn't lose. Which, if you think about it, like, out of the 5 people in there, okay, Finn Balor actually got eliminated. That's why I moved him down. You figure Bray Wyatt, he lost. He didn't necessarily lose. He wasn't a deciding factor in the match. But then he lost on Raw. Seth Rollins didn't lose, but he lost on Raw. Roman Reigns didn't lose, won on Raw, so he moved up. And then Samoa Joe actually won the match. So that's why all the movement worked the way it did. It's not a Roman Reigns bias, guys. It's literally Roman Reigns was protected and then won on Raw. But yeah, keep in mind this doesn't count 205 Live. So if Mr. TJP won the Cruiserweight title, I don't know. So if he did, then let's see where I put Neville at. I think Neville was at like 23. No, Neville was at 21. So if that did happen, then maybe TJP takes number 25 and Neville moves down to 23 maybe, and then they move up. But yeah, that's about all I have to say. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. For real, guys, if you enjoyed the series, make sure you like it, because I'm literally not thinking the series is worth doing anymore. Which, you know, not a big deal. But I don't want to stop it and then have people go, man, why'd you stop doing that? So, thanks for watching.